Hello and good morning. Let's take a look here at the bell work. We're in week 6, quarter 2, and if you didn't turn your homework in, make sure you do so. And if you didn't take your test, chapter 5 geometry test, make sure you do so. Okay, tonight is the last night. Well, this right here is the hinge theorem. You see how this side is equal to that side of that triangle? This one is equal to that one. Therefore, the angle or the side opposite the bigger angle, you see how 30 is bigger than 20? Well, that side's bigger. So A, or rather Y, is bigger than X. What is the hinge theorem? It says if two sides are congruent to two sides, then the side opposite the larger angle is bigger. This is basic review here. If the signs are the same, see how that one looks like that one? You add. This is a double negative that becomes a plus, but now the signs are opposite. You have more positives, you have 4 more positives. This one right here, you have more negatives, you have 5 more negatives. Make sure you didn't miss any of those, okay? Those are real critical and basic understanding of numbers that you need to know. All right, we're going to go ahead and review today, so let's take a look here. We're going to be doing Pythagoreans Theorem on this one. Is this a right triangle? So the question is it a right triangle? Well, you're going to use a squared plus b squared equals c squared, called Pythagorean's theorem. You're going to color your L just like you were taught. Make sure you do that or you will not get credit. So color the L. These two go together. 6 squared plus 8 squared, does that equal 9 squared? Well, 9 squared is 81. This is 36 plus 64. That equals 100. And 100 is not equal to 81. So this one is no. It is not a right triangle. And I want to see the work today. Make sure you show that you color the L and that you showed the work. This one right here, find the distance. The distance formula is this. And I want you to always write this down first, just like that. Now your x's go in here. You know, some kids think that these are x's, and that's not true. This is an x, and this is an x. It's the front one. So I'm going to go this way. So it's going to be a negative 2 minus a negative 6. That's going to become a plus right there, a double negative. And you got to go in the same direction. So this is negative 4 minus a negative 8. That becomes a plus. So 6 minus 2 is 4 squared plus, this right here is going to be 4 squared again. 8 minus 4 is 4. So that's going to be 16 plus 16, which equals the square root of 32. And then use your calculator. Make sure you use your calculator on this, and I get 5.7. So approximately 5.7. And that's what you're doing today. You're doing Pythagorean's theorem. So let's take a look here. Your worksheet is going to be on Canvas, but I'll show it to you right here in case you're at home and for some reason you can't open Canvas. Okay? And there's the distance formula. Remember, you have to get points first here, and it's over and then up or down. Okay, make sure you write that down. So you start here and you go over 1, down 2. So this point is over 1, down 2. Make sure you know how to do points and then show your work. Let's turn our attention now to MCR. All right, so MCR class, make sure your homework is due today, week 5. And today only. We're in week 6 now, we're starting that. So look up here. This is a 1. A negative and a negative gives you a negative, a positive and a negative, which means you subtract. So what's going to subtract to give me 1? 9 times 10. So it's got to be A, 9, and 10. And the middle one's a minus, so you want it here. And you can check it, outer and inner, and you got your answer. Okay, let's keep moving here. On this one right here, you have to first factor out a 2. And when you factor out a 2, you're left with this. Okay? So the question is, two positives is going to be two positives, and that's going to be adding. So what's going to add to give me 11, 6, and 5? Or 5 times 6? Because when you add that up, that's 6, and that's 5, and it gives you 11, and that's how you do that. Let's talk about today's work now. Look up here and listen carefully, okay? These are harder, and we're going to start off with this one right here. Okay, so copy that down on a new sheet of paper and watch how I do it. Well, what you do is you first break this down, and you're going to do 1 times 3. This one you're going to break down as 1 times 5, and that's all you have. And you're trying to get a 2. A negative and a negative is going to give you a plus and a minus, so you're going to be subtracting to get the middle term. Let's see what it is. The outer here, what combination is that? That's 5. The inner is 3. So 5 minus 3 is going to give you the 2. Okay, so now that you have that, what you want to do is group factor this. Okay, and we're going to talk about this in class. And basically what you're going to try to do is get a combination that's going to work. Okay, and again, we'll talk about this in class, and we'll do these other two as well. But today, your worksheet is right here. I want you to do all of the front and then start on the back. And say it again, all of the front, and when you finish, start on the back. All right, have a good morning.